All right. Hang on one sec. Okay, thank you so much for tuning back into today's episode of The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Episode 7. Alright, now I fixed that. Episode 7. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the ever-continuing to collapse economy and how it's continually blamed on millennials, as if they actually had anything to do with it. Nah, I don't have any opinions on it, other than that's a thing. Gotta hold, gotta time it right. What even hit me? Alright. Good, he's already dead. What are we gonna talk about? In the last 2 episodes, we talked about, what did we talk about? Lonville. And then the next episode was Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. And those were productive conversations, and I hope I helped somebody pass a quiz of some kind. Why won't you die? Dude, thank you. It's the only way to ensure they're dead.
They are driven by Saruman's madness.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Move. Get out of the way. Just blow up. All right. What are we gonna? What's a story to tell this time? I could stay on theme. I could talk about some other. No. Well, I got a potion on accident. Sometimes it just kind of benefits you to have them around because you can blow them up. So they're not all bad. At least I don't have to worry about anyone dying while I look around for stuff. That didn't mean to hit that. Just hit that with my sword. All right. They're just gonna keep coming endlessly, aren't they? No, they stopped. What's a good story? Put in the comments down below. What's the story you want me to tell in today's episode of The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers? We're like 2 minutes in and I haven't started telling a story yet. And since it takes the whole episode because I keep forgetting I'm telling a story, I probably should get started on one. We could talk about Beowulf. Today's episode, we're going to talk about Beowulf. Beowulf's a story about a guy named Beowulf. They talk about a lot of people and a lot of history around the people and Beowulf's lineage and stuff. In fact, they even go so far as to introduce the character and start talking about him and be just sort of like, just kidding. This may be Beowulf, but it's not our Beowulf. It's a different Beowulf. It's Beowulf's ancestor, Beowulf. It's like, oh, okay. Thanks for telling us all about this guy who's not our protagonist. Helpful. So yeah, then we just know all about this Beowulf, which is not Beowulf, but Beowulf instead, which is not the most helpful. Please don't hit that, thank you. Because we're here to hear the story about Beowulf. Anyways, after all that happens... I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. What? Is there like something to break right there, or what? What am I supposed to do about that? How do I get that? Oh, is there a way around the back? There might be. Whatever the case, I'll just leave it next time. Whatever. I'll go look, but... Yep, beginning of the level. That was my fear. Alright. It's like nothing ever happened. So yeah, we hear all about Beowulf, and it's a different Beowulf. By the way, fun fact for anyone who's wondering where the term Beowulf comes from. Beowulf it actually means bee-wolf. And if you're thinking, well, what's something that's a predator to bees? Well, the answer is bears. Beowulf means bear, like berserk, which also is derived from bear, for anyone curious. Stop hitting those. I wasn't even swinging that way. Or at least I wasn't trying to. That was all you, Aragorn. Don't blame me for blowing yourself up. So yeah. Beowulf is actually Beowulf, which is bear. So that's a fun factoid for those curious, which was nobody. Yeah, so he's like, you know, so there's this party that happens. I'm bad with names. Hrothgar, that's his name. Hrothgar's this guy. He's throwing a party. He's pretty cool. People love him. He's got his big giant hall that he made for parties exclusively. And he throws a bunch of parties there all the time. And his neighbor, Grendel, who's this big monster guy, for some reason isn't too happy with the fact that he's not been invited to any of these parties that they keep throwing. And so he reacts by breaking in and killing people. Like most people would do in the scenario where you don't get invited to a party that you wanted to go to. That's just how that works. So I'm not really upset with Grendel on that one. That's just, obviously they should have invited you if they didn't want to die. That's just how it works. Grendel's well within his rights, I think, at that point. So Grendel shows up, he kills people, and then it kind of word spreads around, and Beowulf's like, all right, listen, my dad owes a debt. Don't kill me. Please don't do this. Please don't die. I'm dead. Okay. Yeah. How am I not dead? Can I block the fire explosion? He was on top of me. Pick it up. Pick it up. Okay, I don't need it. I have full health for some reason. I have no idea what happened. Whatever. I'm not upset that I'm not dead. I don't have to do this again. This is plenty. 3 times is fine. I'm okay with 3. They probably keep coming so you get close enough. So he sends Beowulf to go help pay his debt. Beowulf shows up. He's like, hey, I'm paying the debt that my father owes you by dealing with your Grendel problem. And he's like, cool. Beowulf, by the way, he's kind of over the top, we'll say. And by that I mean, he's like, by the way, I want this fight with Grendel to be a fair fight. So instead of fighting him with a weapon like normal people do, I'm gonna fight Grendel with nothing. And by nothing I mean I'm gonna be naked. I'm gonna fight Grendel naked. So he goes to the mead hall and he fights Grendel naked. And it turns out Grendel cannot be killed with conventional weapons anyway, so it doesn't matter. But he has a pretty good solution to this whole problem, because he can't kill him with his hands, because that would be ineffective, because hands are a bit of a conventional weapon, I suppose. Well, instead what he does is he rips Grendel's arm off and he beats him to death with it. He beats him to death with his own arm. That'll show him. That'll really show him who's in charge. It looks like he can get back there, so I'm going to assume there is a way to.
Impossible.
It's really hard to do it when the camera changes. Yes, 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 yes. Somebody showed up. Here we go. There we go. There it is. Go back down. All right. I'm going to assume there's people down there I can't see. Thanks for waiting for a sec before I killed your buddy. No, stab him. I'm grabbing this. Got it. Even leveled up. And Grendel, you know, with his arm beaten to death. Well, he doesn't get beaten to death per se, but he gets this snot beaten out of him. And he, you know, naturally he runs away. And he goes back to the swamp that he and his mother, appropriately named Grendel's mother, live in. And then he dies there. And he's like, I got beaten up by a dude named Beowulf. And she's like, well, I will avenge you, son. But Beowulf's got his arm, so they hang the arm in the mead hall, and all is well. You guys are like hearing these stories, and anyone who knows anything about them is like, man, this is just so incorrect. But I'm going off memory here, all right? I don't have any reference material in front of me. I'm just doing my best. I'm trying to be helpful. and have something to talk about. Desi, can you not do that the whole time the episode's going on? Oh, I was going to say thank you, but you kept doing it, so I can't. All right. Hey, quit it. Quit it. So you know those door stoppy things, that little springs on the wall that catch the door and keep it from banging against the wall? My cat really likes taking those and flicking them as hard as she can with her paw so that they vibrate and they flick around and they make a lot of noise. The reason being, I don't really know. I don't know. She likes it, is why. Is that not a good enough reason? Do I have to justify everything my weird Manx cat does? I hope not, because I can't. Well, I guess she actually left. Whatever the case. So Grindel's mom. No? What happens? What happens? I'm trying to remember. For some reason, Beowulf goes to her to fight her, and he's got to go to the bottom of the lake. They live in a lake. They did live in a lake. Now it's just her because the sun's dead. Please move, please move, please move, please move, please move. That's not working. Yeah, well, at least he wasn't as on top of me as he could have been. Is there the health back here still? Please say yes. Where? Nope, there's not. All right, well, that's how it's like, wait, red potion. Yes. Can I hit the thing behind them or no? It's not even letting me aim at any of them. They're just too far away. What? You didn't even jump up. You just appeared. I guess that's the idea, right? So he goes, the lake is super deep, and it takes him an entire day just to float to the bottom of the lake. 2 days, actually, I don't remember. At least a day. And he does so fine because he's actually a pretty good swimmering kind of fellow. Wow, I was gambling on them not being as close to me as they were. That green potion better still be there when I get there in a second. Oh, there's another one. Oh no, I'm out. Nice try. Hey, stop. Thank you. I worry about her. She's kind of crazy. Oh, also, there's a guy who is like, I think his name's Ulfthane? He's like, hey, Beowulf, I heard that you lost in a swimming contest to one of your friends, and I don't know if I have faith in you to be able to save us. And Beowulf's like, you're right, I did lose in a swimming contest to one of my friends.
March for Helm's Deep. There the future of Rohan shall live or die.
I'm trying to tell a story. People care. People will see this. I know you don't believe in me, Desi, but I believe in me. She's just staring at me like I'm crazy. She's the crazy one. Is that the end of the level? Dang, that wasn't that bad. Hey. Stop. I think she's got a toy. She's playing with a toy. I guess that's fine. Hopefully it doesn't pick up that well. My voice just cracked. Let's buy some stuff. What are we gonna get this time? No good, I attained level 8. Argonath. Bane of Saruman. Instant kill Orakai, that's not bad. I don't even have all of 4. Oh, this one's good. Probably could stand to get this one. What's in 6? Orc Bane. I can't even afford this. What am I gonna get? Back to Beowulf. yeah, he's like, yeah, so the reason I lost that swimming contest where I was swimming across, like, you know, the ocean was because during the swimming contest, I set aside a little bit of time, and this is what slowed me down so much, to murder a crap ton of sea monsters. Just kill them. Absolutely destroy sea monsters. And yeah, and so I figured, you know, I guess it's okay that I lost because I killed a ton of sea monsters. And then there were fewer sea monsters. You're welcome, everybody. And Uthani's like, whatever. And after this whole Grendel business, he's like, you know what? You're okay. Because he actually already did the thing, basically. So he ends up going to fight. I know why. I know why. She breaks in and kills some people and steals Grendel's arm and runs back to the lake. So he's like, well, I guess I better go after her. And he does. He floats to the bottom of the lake, and here we are where I was a little while ago and finally came back and remembered what I was talking about. What? So he fights her, and she, much like Grendel himself, cannot be killed by conventional weapons, which is a bit disappointing because he's like, now what do I do? Well, he comes to realize... What a weird cat. He comes to realize that there's this thing sitting next to her as he's fighting her. For some reason, she keeps this sword, which is like one of the only things that... Wow, that guy died fast. What happened? Whoa, what the heck? Why are they having such an easy time killing him? I thought they were way harder to kill than that. That took one hit. I didn't even give it. They did. Oh no! There's an experience boost back there. I didn't even see that. I hit the barrel and it wasn't there. Can you play with that somewhere else outside of the cardboard where it's not as loud? Yeah, see, this is more what I was expecting. Okay, 1 second. She's literally just hanging off of it up in the air. She's like levitating right now. You okay? You gonna play with it somewhere where it's not gonna be as loud for you to play with it? Thank you. Watch, she'll drag it back over there and play with it in the cardboard. Back to Beowulf. Now that my cat is gonna be quieter. What a weird cat. She's like flopping around in this big cardboard box that I got her. Which, as okay with that as I am, it's really loud. And even if it's not gonna even pick up on the microphone, it's definitely distracting me. And I ran out of medicine. So I kinda need all the help I can get focusing. Well, he died. I wasn't trying to attack him, I was trying to attack you. Now I have to deal with both of them. I guess it's not so bad as long as you don't attack the other one also. That would be dumb of you, Aragorn. You're a boss. You are definitely a boss. What is this? You just gonna hit me a bunch? That's not cool. Dude. What? He just turns with you. What am I even supposed to do? I don't understand what the idea is. No way. Stop. You can't hit him with arrows. You can't do anything to him. The water? No, just shoot that guy. You can actually hit him. So you can't block these guys at all. Can't even land a fierce attack or anything to see what it does. Well, I picked up the health. No? Come on. The health disappeared as if I had picked it up and it didn't give it to me, so I think I was actively taking damage, so it was like, you know what, actually, screw you. Anyways, it might actually be impossible. I doubt it, but I wouldn't be totally surprised if it was. I know how we'll make hard mode. We'll actually make it absolutely impossible to beat it, which I did kind of actually do in a game I made, so I'm not going to judge too much. Basically, what we ended up doing was the 5th level was broken, so I made the 4th level unbeatable, and that was my solution to that problem. Since we didn't have time to do it. It was a game jam. We didn't have time to fix it, per se. We just had time to do something instead. I'm going to pick this up this time. See, there it is. I didn't see it last time. All right. Whew. Here we go. Right now. Oh, what was it?
Make them fear.
Back to Beowulf. That's a Beowulf right there. Actually, a Beowulf is a bear. We already talked about that. Before the episode gets too long on, I'll finish the story up. What ends up happening is I tell the first half of the story for a long time, and I tell the entire second half in a very short amount of time. Basically, why do you shoot that one and not the one I point the control stick at? Yeah, that one. That one's the one I want to shoot. Well, it killed him. What am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to... I hit him and it didn't even do any damage, so I don't know. He just blocks it. What am I supposed to do? This is dumb. Oh, that hurt him. I was all the way away from him though, so I couldn't do anything.
Now, kill that one.
It's only when he does a very specific move can I maybe hurt him. Can I maybe stagger the wolf so I can hurt him? No, don't do this. Stop. As long as you don't do it twice. I won't be upset if you don't do it twice. Okay. I mean, I'm a little upset, but not as upset. Why do you turn? That's not fair. Just don't pick me up. Dang, man, that does so much damage and I can't do anything. Because you can't block it or anything. He just picks you up and he's like, you know what, actually? I hate you. And you know what? Fair enough. He's trying to kill me, so I guess that's an effective means to an end. Why do anything I can do anything about? It just would be dumb to if you knew you had something that I couldn't. The thing that frustrates me is you can't do anything about it. If you move out of his way, he turns. He just hits you anyway. And then he can just pick you up and hit you again and do a lot of damage. Over here in the water. Please stand up. Please be the real Slim Shady. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I love it. Man. Alright, well, I'm gonna finish Beowulf real quick. He kills her with this magic sword he finds, but the sword's a one-time use because it's magic, so it can kill anything, but it's one-time use, so it breaks immediately. And then he goes back and he's like, hey, you know, dealt with her, she's fine. I found this cool sword, but it broke. Anyways. And then he fights a dragon later because the dragon steals all the gold or something. That's pretty much all there is to Beowulf. I don't feel like this is a comprehensive version of the story, though. But, yeah, anyways, thanks so much for watching. Jesus loves you, so do I. Tune in next time and goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. If you are curious about seeing more episodes where I summarize more very archaic stories very poorly, then you can go ahead and just leave a like, or no, just subscribe and ring the notification bell, which is actually the poorly told medieval stories bell. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Jesus loves you, so do I. Tune in next time, and goodbye.